Before I go on another sourcing break for the summer, I had to check out my local Goodwill's new dollar days that they're now doing on Mondays. It's for science, you guys. I just had to share with you. So let's roll the intro and get right into this haul. Also, if you want to skip the intro, that's fine. I'll let you know where the haul starts. And welcome back to another video. My name is Veronika. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I am a part-time reseller. I sell mostly on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. I also buy from and sell to ThredUp. And my favorite spot to source is the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound. However, regular Goodwill has gone a little insane with their pricing, at least in my area. Let me know in the comments down below if it's the same for you guys. However, my local or regional, I should say, Goodwill has started doing dollar days on Mondays, where they discount the color of the previous week to $1. So I expected it to be pretty picked over for that color, but I wanted to see what's going on anyways. I had a Monday off, so that seemed like the perfect opportunity to take a look at what they had to offer. There's also always going to be a new color of the week that's going to be 50% off, and then that color goes on the $1 sale the coming week. Now, I went in with some clear rules for myself. I wanted to only look at dollar items and half off items. I didn't fully stick to that because, as always, you get suckered in. But I also didn't really want to spend too much on this haul, and I definitely didn't want to pay full price for my items because Goodwill has this like flat pricing now where instead of pricing things as they are, you know, what they're worth, they just have a flat price of like $4.99 for tops or $7.99 for jeans, even if they're like cheap, like Shein jeans, you know what I mean? So I have issues with that, but we don't need to get into it. I did, however, pick up a few items at full price, partially because I always average out my cost of goods, and partially because those items I have faith in the brand and style that they will sell relatively quickly and for good money and will make me my money back and a nice little profit on top of it. So I try to be really smart and intentional about what I'm picking up at full price, even at half price, to be honest. And I left so much stuff behind that I used to pick up a lot, either because of condition, that's, you know, the easiest sort of justification to leave something behind, or because of price, or because even though it's a good brand, I don't have faith or cannot rely to a degree on that item selling for a good amount of money in a short turnaround time. So let's get into this bag. Enough talking. I spent $51 total, and I left all the tags and things on these items so I could figure out what cost how much. I also did pick up a few things for personal use, both for my kid, for myself, clothing in both cases, and then some crafting stuff. So once I've figured out how much I actually spend on reselling, I will put that amount over here and let you know what my average cost of goods was. For the whole thing, I think it was like $4.30 or something like that per item, but it's probably going to be similar for the reselling items, but we'll get there. All right, let's start with the crafting things because they're on top. These two, oh my god, they're sticky. These two metal sphere, globe, whatever things were $3.99 for both of them. And I have different ideas of what I want to do with them. I might use them in a hanging fashion for crafting, or some people would just put them in a bowl and put them out somewhere for decoration. I don't have that much space to do that, so they will likely hang from something in a future craft project, which I may or may not share on my other channel that I've not fully abandoned, but neglected. So we'll see how that goes. Kind of going along with that, but likely going to be used for a different project is this little tray that I got. Almost like a coffin shape. Love it. It has fabric on the bottom, which is very interesting. I might paint that, I might leave it alone, although I do want to paint or, upcycle this golden portion here. Maybe, I haven't decided yet. This one was the color of the week that was half off, so this cost me $2 down from $3.99. Okay, I picked up one pair of shoes that was not the color of the week. So I paid $8 for this. For these, I should say. But the reason I picked them up was because I've never found this brand before, and I hear it does well. I need to stuff them to make sure this floppy, whatever, part looks better. But they're suede upper loafers in excellent condition, and the brand is Gemmy. Not sure if you can see that, but I can show you the bottom as well. And these, I don't know how much these this exact style will sell for or does go for, but people have these listed, you know, definitely north of 50 and up to like 100 and more, depending on the style. They're size 37.5, so like a size 7, so that's a decent size. I think I can probably move these. If you've been watching my recent videos and also just been at Relist and Relax, you have heard me say how tired I am of selling shoes. So the fact that I picked up one pair is a little miracle, but we're gonna see if we can move these. Okay, now for the clothing, what do we start with? What is this? Okay, so the tags, the yellow tags, I think were just new merchandise, so those items were full price. So this one has a yellow tag, but I picked it up because it's a Diane von Furstenberg wrap dress. A true wrap dress in this bright green color. It's a long sleeve, so it may not sell right away, but I can always sell a DVF wrap dress. And honestly, it might be a silk blend because it feels real nice. So let me find that out real quick. I probably checked at the thrift but forgot. Oh, there it is. So it is legit. It has a little hollow thing, and it is 50% silk, 45% cotton. So yeah, a silk blend DVF wrap dress in excellent condition. I can sell this. I think dresses are $7.99. So I did pay $8 for this, but I would say probably half once we average out the cost of goods. And again, this one was worth it to me. There were two other Diane von Furstenberg dresses that were not true wrap dresses, and I left those behind. They were also full price. Yeah, I didn't want to pick those up. They probably would have sold and made me a profit, but I'm trying to, like I said, be really mindful about the things I'm picking up and bringing into my house. This next item is going to be for me, and I'm probably not going to wear it until later this fall. This was also full price, and I think this one was $5.99. Yeah, textiles $5.99, so this would count probably as an active wear or sweater, I don't know. But it's a Yogalicious, which is not a super great brand necessarily. Yogalicious Luxe. This is sold at Walmart, but it does retail for $88. It's a double XL, and this is the Polar Luxe Black Diamond Hooded Jacket in agave green. Now clearly it is new with tags. It feels really nice. Like, this feels like it could be, you know, like a Lululemon or something. I like this color. I like this style of active wear jacket. I'm not gonna wear this likely for working out, but I realized I've been picking up a lot of like cropped and not cropped crew neck sweatshirts, and I don't have anything that zips up. That's kind of like casual, just to throw on a fall morning. So I figured I will pick this up for full price, put it in my closet, you know, steam it, put it in my closet. I will not take the tag off or wash it yet, because if I don't find myself reaching for it this fall, if I'm over the color or something, right now I'm very much into this color, but if I'm over it and if I don't want to wear it, I can still then list it and it's still going to be new with tags. So that's my plan for this one. Then another full price pickup. This was also $5.99. And I will tell you why I paid that. Again, the yellow tab was full price. This is an Athleta piece, and yes, it's a little bit of an older tag or label, but these are a size 10 linen pant or linen blend pant. I have to double check. And an Athleta linen pant in a size 10, I can sell. That is not a problem. So I did pay $6 for this. Depending on what my average cost of goods is, it's going to be less. These are 100% linen, so even better. So I can definitely move these. Also, anything from this haul that I cannot move myself online, consignment's gonna take that. Clothes Mentor is gonna take that. Is that the goal for this one? No, because I paid $6 for it. But, you know, if I need to move it out, I can. And then I think this may be the last item I paid full price for reselling, but I might be wrong. It is a Lily Pulitzer dress in a size 4. I don't know what the print is called. I haven't processed this yet, obviously. Lily Pulitzer dress, and yeah, this one, I've never met a Lily Pulitzer dress I couldn't sell. Unless it's a Lily Pulitzer piece that's very basic, that's just one color, or it's like a pair of shorts. Her shorts don't sell well for me, and her tops are kind of slow too. But if it's a print like this, and if it's a dress, it will sell for me, and it usually sells for good money, so I'm not worried about that one. Alright, the next one is for my kid. It's not super impressive, and it was half off. Kids clothing is $2.99, so this cost me half off $1.50. It's just a Crew Cuts little long sleeve shirt that he will likely fit into in the fall or winter. I did pick up a pair of Torid. This was the color that was $1. So I did take that risk on this pair of Torid jeggings. Torid has been slowing down for me a lot. It will still sell, but it sells slower and for less than it used to, but I couldn't resist this pair of pants for $1. I'm only human. It's a size 22 short. I was about to say small. 22 short, and it's a leopard print. A little bit muted leopard print. If you like an animal print, and if you like your stretchy jeggings and your plus size, you will possibly pay me $20 for this. It was $1. Again, it brought the cost of goods down. I'm not super worried about the Torid piece. Then we have something that I think also was $1. Yep. Also Athleta. This one is a size extra small Athleta piece, and it's a faux leather legging. I've never seen anything Athleta that's like faux leather. I'm assuming it's faux. I don't think they would use real leather, but let's find out. Yeah, polyester spandex. Waistband is nylon. It is from 2018, but that doesn't stop me. I mean, if it had been full price, I possibly would not have picked this up, especially because it's an extra small. But we're gonna try it. It's also, I don't know if it's coming across on screen, it's like a very muted dark brown. So for fall, I think that's probably gonna do well. This, I think, may have been the first item I found, and that made me want to look further, because it was only $1, but it's a constantly varied gear pair of leggings. They make a lot of these very loud print leggings, but people who love these love this brand. It's a really good quality legging. They do say squats approved, and I haven't heard otherwise. I picked up 2 pairs by this brand previously, both at Goodwill, and both have sold for, I think, between like $35 and $40, and it took a while for them to sell, I will say that. This is a size medium. This also feels like it has never been worn. Oh, and she has pockets on the side, so we love that. So we'll see how this one does. And then I think we may already be down to the last item, which is maybe for reselling, maybe for me, haven't decided yet. It's just a pair of universal thread high-rise flare jeans in black. And these are a size larger than what I think I am currently. I never know what size I am, because if you're a woman, and especially if you're a plus size woman, you find that stuff constantly doesn't fit, even though it's all the same size. So something will fit me in a size 14, and then something will not fit me in a size 18, and it's just really weird. So anyway, these are a size too large for me technically, but I'll try them on and see how they fit and if I like them, because I do love a high-rise flare. Do I need more jeans? No, I do not. And in fact, I actually am about to film a closet clean-out video of my own closet. I don't know if I'm gonna do it today because I have plans, but I might film that tonight. And yeah, once I do, that will be posted on my channel. But anyway, these were also only $1, and so if I don't keep them, I think I can sell them for like, I don't know, $18 or so. So I can still make a profit off of these. They did have a little bit of a schmutz somewhere. although now I don't see it. So I'll wash them either way because I do intend to keep them. Maybe I'll try them on and then we'll go from there. Maybe I'll wash them first and then maybe they'll fit more closely to what I need. But those were my items. $51 for the whole haul. Again, that includes like my crafting stuff and the stuff I picked up for my kid and myself. So probably for reselling, it's closer to $40. Again, I'll pop it on the screen over here with my average cost of goods. And yeah, I will get these processed and listed. If you're interested in anything you saw, let me know. Send me an email. My email address is always down below in the description. And so is my Instagram information. I can also pop it right here. And if you want to follow along and hang out on this channel a little bit more, I would be happy to help you. Feel free to subscribe. Also feel free to give this video a like if you had a good time, if you learned about a new brand, or if you just fully approve of dollar days at Goodwill because they're so overpriced. Let me know where you are in the country too, and if your Goodwill has dollar days or not. I heard that they're phasing them out in other states, so I guess good for me that they're not and phasing them in, but we'll see how often I go back to purchase items for $1. I think especially for crafting items and such, that'll be fun too. But yeah, we'll see. I'll keep you posted as always, and I do hope to see you soon again in another video or on another live. Bis dann. Tschüss!